This is the story of a giant, gentle, watchful, and full of love. Can you imagine a 125-pound Cane Corso seeing a newborn baby as his own flesh and blood? What you're about to hear may change your entire outlook on big dogs, family, and the power of instinctual love. This isn't just a story. It's a living example of how enormous bodies can carry the softest hearts. Titan's story wasn't a typical one. When we met him, he was just 12 weeks old, lying on the cold shelter floor that seemed too hard for hope. Inside that room stood Dr. Johnson, his body speaking as loudly as his face. Worried, tense, as if shaking his head with every breath. He warned us, Titan could grow into a 150-pound powerhouse, a natural-born guard dog, strong, rarely predictable. And we were expectant parents. Emma was 6 months pregnant. The nursery was unfinished. Our home still too quiet. The future felt fragile, beautiful, but unsure. Around us, the world voiced its fears. Whispers filled the air, especially from our neighbor Margaret, whose cautious glances were always sharper than her words. The fear boiled down to a single idea. Massive dogs don't belong near fragile babies. But when we looked into Titan's eyes, we saw something completely different. There was no rage, no unpredictability, only peace, a calm so firm it felt ancient. We didn't know then, but those eyes had already chosen their cause. And it wasn't fear. It was love. As Emma's belly grew, so did Titan, quickly, powerfully. It felt like a quiet competition, her growing life inside, his rising strength outside. But in the evenings, something magical began. Titan would approach slowly, lay his heavy head across Emma's belly, and go completely. When the baby moved, he reacted, ears perking, eyes widening, as if he too could hear the heartbeat of the future. With each day, his steps around Emma became more careful, his body more alert, as if he already knew he was being called to protect. Then came the day that changed everything. March 15th, 2023. Lucas was born. During the 3 days we stayed at the hospital, Titan barely ate. He sat by the door, waiting, silent, anchored. When we returned, every heartbeat raced. As the key turned in the lock, time itself paused. Standing tall at the entrance was Titan, massive, focused, unmoving. And when he set eyes on the baby carrier, his entire being shifted. With a grace that defied his size, he moved across the floor like air. No noise, no rush. He approached Lucas, sniffed 3 times, slow and deliberate, and then looked up. In that gaze, we read his vow. This child is under my protection now. That night, he lay beside the crib, eyes never closed, watching, guarding. From that moment on, Titan became more than a pet. He became Lucas's silent shield. He responded to every cry. He paced when the air felt unsettled. During diaper changes, he stayed calm by our side, as if offering his presence as peace. The fears from neighbors lingered, but Titan's behavior silenced them all. When Lucas began to walk, so did Titan, by his side, step for step. It looked like choreography, a dance written from instinct, not training. Parents at the park noticed. First came the caution, then the wonder. They watched as Titan let Lucas tug on his tail, climb against him, fall into his side, and he never flinched, only smiled through his eyes. Soon, admiration replaced hesitation. Even Margaret, once the loudest voice of concern, stood at our doorstep with softness in her tone. She spoke of how wrong she had been, How clearly she saw that Titan's heart was gold, forged in silence, not in bark. The true test came suddenly. A hot summer day. Lucas was playing with a ball in the yard. Out of nowhere, an aggressive dog from the street broke through. In a flash, Titan moved like lightning. No growling, no violence, only purpose. He stood between Lucas and danger, a solid wall, a statement without words. You will not pass. That day confirmed what we had always felt. Titan wasn't just our dog. He was Lucas's guardian, big brother, and soulmate. He didn't bark to be heard. He simply stood tall to be known. So the question remains, is it safe to trust gentle giants with the tiniest lives? Can dogs weighing over 100 pounds truly understand the delicacy of a child's soul? Some will say no. Some will always fear size, but for those willing to look deeper, they'll find stories like Titan and Lucas, stories that shape hearts, that reshape minds, that redefine what love, protection, and loyalty look like. Have you ever experienced a bond so strong it silenced the world around it? If so, tell us. Share your fears, your turning moments, the day your own Titan changed everything. Because sometimes the biggest hearts take the biggest shapes, and sometimes the purest love doesn't bark, it simply stays. And that was today's story. A story that reminds us that love, kindness, and compassion are never wasted. If this touched your heart, take a moment to give it a like and share it with someone who believes animals deserve love too. Because every animal carries a story. Some are painful, others are full of hope, but all of them deserve to be heard. Our love for animals makes the world warmer, brighter, and more beautiful. So until the next story, stay kind, stay inspired, and never forget to take care of yourself and take care of your animal friends.